Hey legends, welcome along to a brand new video. Now, last one you seen me at a bit of a low point and just not feeling good with this whole kicking the cigarettes thing right now, but keeping focused, getting my mind on a lot of stuff, doing a bit of writing today, and going to record a few podcasts tonight for the other shows over on the audio platforms. But I was just in contact with a subscriber of mine, and he's into the indie film thing. Him and his friends are going to get started very soon, and I watched the last upload he put up, Jared, and wanted to give you a little bit of advice for you and your friends. This is the time. I completely get it. In the video you were talking about, there's always, when you're starting out, there's usually one guy that's the one that's trying to push the thing forward, and this is your friend, and you're involved and you're getting into the stuff that you want to make. He's going to help you out at that stage too, but you also said that he wants to wait a few years till he gets everything that he needs to make a short film. Now, I agree with that to a certain extent, but the one thing the little piece of advice I would give to you now, from sheer experience right here, is now is the time to start pushing into this stuff. Stop waiting. You guys are young, you're in university. I take it you're all in university at this point. Right now you've got the freedom and the free time to really start pushing into this stuff, even if you're only documenting the journey at this point and pushing towards it. You all have your own things that you want to do. You're into your reviews just the same way I am, but trust me, right now you can get so much done with just what you have at the moment. Your smartphone is enough to get you started. You can push the boat out a little bit, get yourself a Canon G7X like I'm using here. Now, the sound quality of this isn't that great for videos, I do admit that, but you can invest in this little guy, the Zoom F1 field recorder, this little microphone here, and a laptop. A G7X, this here, and a laptop is essentially everything that you need to get started right now. That's a little bit of an investment, but at the same time, what you can do on a smartphone now is absolutely phenomenal. When I started out creating videos originally, before I started putting stuff on the internet, I was doing wedding videos, and the editing computer that I had at that point, in comparison to your average smartphone these days, it would probably be about as good as an iPhone 4 at this point. So technology has skipped ahead so far, but it's now is the time to keep going at it. It's just, and I do get it. I went through that whole cycle as well. I need this, I need that to get things started. Whereas the biggest project I have done to this point was literally, I got involved in a creative group on Facebook. I got made a few contacts through those guys, and the director of photography on that short film, or cameraman, whatever you wanted to call him, he is actually, and it's strange, and I don't know if I've shared this before, and if I have and you haven't seen it before, I'll just share it again. This guy's name is Carr, and he actually got involved in this group because short film content wasn't the sort of thing that he had done up to that point. I couldn't get my head around it really at all. I put out the word through the group and on Facebook, different film making pages and that there, that I was looking to get my hands on some people to help me make a short film, and Frank sent me through his CV to my email, and I was going through these emails one night and I came across his, and I opened it up, and a CV had a whole list of stuff that he'd worked on up to that point. So the guy that actually filmed my short film conclusions was big into documentaries, and he had a whole list of documentary stuff, and then a name popped out on the list, and it was Hollyoaks. So this guy's worked in TV, and he was willing to come on to help me out for free, simply because he didn't do it before. He had an interest in it, but up to that point he didn't do a lot of it. So he come on and helped me out. I couldn't get my head around it at all, and actually one of the last things we shot for the film was the opening sequence, where you see the car driving down towards the coast, all of those shots of the car driving, getting there, getting out. It was only me and him on our own, because we had all the acting and everything filmed up to that point. And I actually said to him, I was like, Frank, I was like, why the heck, after everything you've done up to this point, why are you taking time out to help an idiot like me create a little short film? And he's just like, I've never done it before. So you know what, if you reach out, you don't know, you never know who's going to reach back. Now start creating something along the lines of what you want to do. If your friend wants to hold back on this short film project till he gets more gear, all fine and well, but tell him to be documenting, or do something that could be like a proof of concept or something like that. You know, just something that's filling in those gaps until he gets done. Because I've said it before, you know, the longer you leave a channel or something like that, like, doesn't matter what it is, YouTube channel, a Facebook page, Instagram account, audio podcast, people's attention spans are really, really short these days. I have got to the stage now where I'm not so much interested in the numbers anymore. That's what I can do to help people, but I do from time to time jump through the analytics of the channel and whatnot. And you know what, my audience retention, I'm lucky to be getting like a 25% these days. So people that are even interested to subscribe to you from time to time, that just, you know, they'll jump in there and kind of give you that click, and they think they're doing you a favour, but it's all about the watch time and stuff. It's all about keeping people interested and coming back to your stuff. So the biggest mistake that I've made up to now, and I believe that your friend is going to potentially make, is by not doing and holding back until he thinks that he has all that he needs. This is sheer experience talking right here. I have now, at this point, I've gathered up enough equipment that I could actually launch a production house right now. But the problem with that is, it's the people that you need to help you. And this is skipping back to the fact that you're now in the time period where you've got the time and the energy and the people to do the things. Because once you get out of the environment you're in at the moment, and you no longer have that free time, quite a few, actually all the guys I started out with, when we began this, I was quite a bit older than the guys that were working with me. They were more university age, or coming to the end of their university time, but once they get out into the real world, and they had university debt hanging over their heads, and having to get full-time jobs and that, helping out on short film projects just fell off the radar of almost all these guys. The vast majority of them, we're not even in close contact anymore, because, as I say, real life, and I hate that statement, real life gets in the way. It's, you know, people, at the end of the day, if somebody wants to make something a priority, they're going to make it a priority. But when you get out into the real world, the fact of the matter is, if you get university debt over your head, you need to start paying all that money back. You're not going to have that free time to actually get out there and shoot the things quite as much as you would have wanted to. Now, having said that, I was willing to make the sacrifice and the time to do that, and I was working just like now, working full time, shooting stuff at the weekends. But these guys, and if someone gets in a relationship, will kill it for most things. A lot of these guys, once they got out there, got themselves a partner, they were no longer allowed to come out and play. That sounds so childish to say it in that way, but it really is the way things went and the group of people that I was working with at that time. And yes, it is the time right now to at least start documenting it properly and that journey, doing stuff. I can see through wanting something to be as professional as possible, but in the time it's going to take you to get that there, it's going to kill your social medias as far as your YouTube channels and whatever other forms of trying to get your content out there, whatever else you're using at this moment in time. If you start to step back from any of that stuff in favour of doing this, it's really procrastination at the end of the day. You do have what you have right now is exactly what you need to get something out there. So go after proof of concept of nothing else. You know, start doing a little bit of indie film here and there. Practice now, because, you know, let's look at it this way. If your friend and you guys take 2 or 3 years and get the stuff together and then go into it, and I don't know where you're at in the journey, I'm just spitballing here from the experience that I've had myself. You want to have as many screw ups, and you do screw up. Like, go to my website, coinsagemedia.com, go to the film page, film gallery page, and watch from, what was the first one I've on there? Twilight, I think was the first one we done. Watch just down that there till you get the conclusions, and you'll see each time it gets a little bit better. And now, looking back on all that stuff, I would actually consider most of those films, if not all of them, proof of concepts at this stage, because I have moved on, have a better understanding right now of that craft, and I would do all that stuff a heck of a lot different right now if I was doing it again. I was going from the start. So start making stuff, start screwing up now, because you don't want to spend all that time, get all the stuff you think you need, and then set up a whole professional shoot, and then go in there and start to discover, oh, we haven't screwed up yet. It'll make that big project a lot more easier in the long run if you get into making a few mistakes now on some smaller projects. So I hope that helped, and yes, I hope it didn't put you in a downer in any way, but I've been there, I've done that, I've made quite a few mistakes, and if I can help you guys get off to a better start than what I had, then I'm here. If you guys need any advice from someone that's screwed up in a major way, getting started and trying to get the thing off the ground, I would gladly try and help you not make the mistakes that I made along the journey. So hope it helped you guys, and anybody else that's interested in the indie film thing. It's a lot of fun, but it's a tough, difficult journey as well, but lots and lots of fun.